Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making Spanish shrimp scampi and rice pilaf enhanced with smoked paprika. It's one of mine and my family's favorite meals, and I'm excited to show you how to make it today. Let's get cooking. Okay, so I have everything all prepped and ready to go, so I'll get started. We want to heat the oil. And then I am going to add the butter. I'm going to start by adding the onion. And I am going to saute this for about a minute. I'm going to put my heat down to medium. Okay, next I'm going to add the garlic. And saute it just till it's a little fragrant. So about 30 seconds, no more than a minute. I think we're good here. So next I'm going to add my spaghetti. And all I did is just took it out of the box and just cut it randomly into little, 1 to 2 inch pieces. And now I'm going to saute this until the spaghetti is a little bit golden in color. Sorry about all that racket. That's just my dog. My little dog, my little Pavlova. She sounds like a monster, my goodness. She's this tiny thing. Well, maybe not tiny. The vet says she's overweight at 21 pounds, but anyways, she's a cutie. Now I'm going to saute the rice for about 2 to 3 minutes. We want it to be a little toasted. Alright, so my rice looks great. Now, next I'm going to add my seasoning that I already have measured out. Stir that really well. Salt and pepper. And smoked paprika. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing already. All right, next, the chicken broth. And now I'm gonna stir this really well. I'm gonna turn my burner up to high. I want it to come to a boil. Then I'm going to cover it and turn it down to low and let it cook for about 15 minutes. All right, it looks great. Now I'm going to turn the burner all the way down to low. And I'm going to cover it. And set my timer for 15 minutes so I don't forget it. Let's take a peek at our rice here. Oh, looks fantastic. Next, I'm going to add 2 heaping teaspoons of pimentos and my peas. And all I'm going to do next is stir it all together, cover it up, and let it finish. I'm actually going to take it off the heat because there's very little liquid left to absorb. Okay, I'm covering it back up, and now I'll move on to preparing the shrimp. Moving on to the shrimp, I'm going to heat my oil. This is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm just kind of helping it along here. Okay, so my oil is ready, and next I'm going to add my shrimp. Alright, so I'm just going to cook the shrimp a couple minutes and then move on to my next step. I'm just tossing the shrimp so that it cooks well. Once it's got a light pink color, I'll move on to my next step here. So next I'm adding my scallions that I already cut up and the garlic. And I'm just going to saute this for a minute. Alright, now season it with some salt and some ground black pepper. And I measured out, I'm not a big heat person, so I measured out 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Alright, I also have the wine measured out, so I'm going to just toss that in there. And we want to reduce it by half. So this goes pretty quick, so I got to keep an eye on it. Okay, now I'm going to add the lemon juice, the fresh lemon juice, and my butter. And time to stir it, incorporate it so that it continues to cook here. As soon as the butter is melted, it's done. Okay, so isn't it beautiful? It is all done. The last thing I'm going to do is add some parsley that I chopped in advance here. And next, I will plate it. So now that my shrimp is done, I removed it from the pan and put it in a bowl, kept all that nice liquid, and this here is what I'm going to take to the table for dinner. And what I did is I just topped the shrimp on top of the rice and chopped up a little more fresh parsley, and now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and some ground black pepper, and it's ready to go. So, you know I have to taste this. It's just so good. Okay, so that was so delicious, and I really encourage you to try this recipe. It is so good and a little time consuming. There's a lot of prep, but totally worth the work. Here's a nice close-up. It's just fabulous. So I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try. Please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. See you next time.